Meteorologist Rachel Coulter, let's head over to talk with her. She is live with the certified most accurate forecast. And we've been saying a first alert weather day coming on Saturday, and now we're right before midnight and Saturday, Rachel. So take it away with all the details.
You know, showers are going to be increasing here going forward, especially as we wake up tomorrow morning. We'll start to notice scattered showers impacting the area. And then by the evening, that's when we're anticipating the rounds of heavy rainfall, the thunderstorm potential as well. And it's all thanks to this low pressure system that's developed just to the south there of Louisiana over the Gulf of Mexico. And that's going to be lifting north and east. We've got all of this warm air that's in place, all that moisture that's in place as well. So zooming in a little bit closer, I want to show you what this could mean impact-wise for us. We're still tracking an isolated risk for a strong to severe storm from Charlotte points westward, Cleveland County, Lincoln, Catawba, Gaston counties, Mecklenburg County, about as far north and east as Rowan County, extending down through Union County and most of our South Carolina counties with that opportunity for damaging wind gusts. That'd be the main concern with any storms that are able to intensify tomorrow night, but a brief tornado can't be ruled out. So we'll keep an eye on things. You'll want to keep that first alert weather app handy anyway. Localized flooding is another concern of ours, especially for our central and western counties where you have this level 2 out of 4 risk for excessive rainfall. What that means, scattered flash flooding is going to be a possibility in these locations. Isolated flash flooding from Charlotte points south and eastward because of the heavy rainfall that we're expecting. So timing this out for you, you've got some new data in, and it shows us that consistent pattern that we've been tracking here the past couple of days. At the start of the day, you're going to start to see that first round of rain move in. It's going to be lighter in nature. Not everyone sees rain. I would keep the umbrella with you either way. If you step outside and it's dry at one point, does not guarantee later on in the morning you're not dealing with some showers, and that's going to be on and off through about the afternoon. And then by the evening hours, think about your dinner plans, your late evening plans. You're going to be contending with some pockets of heavy rainfall, and that's also when you may hear some rumbles of thunder and deal with that isolated risk for a strong to severe storm that will persist even into the overnight period. So check back in with meteorologist Alicia Wilson about this time tomorrow. She'll be taking a live look at radar for you, getting you out the door if you do have any of those late evening plans. The good news with all of this, it's out of the way by the time we get towards Sunday, at least for most of us. We'll actually see some clearing. I think we'll get some low clouds that'll develop with those winds out of the north and west by the evening, but that's also going to allow for some snow showers to develop in our northwestern counties. So if you're listening in from the mountains, expecting some snow to end the second half of the weekend while the rest of us finally dry out after picking up an additional 1 to 2 inches of rain in most locations, just about a ½ inch to an inch in our southeastern counties. Let's talk about the temperatures, because today we reached the low 70s, and the normal high temperature, when you look at those average temperatures, low to mid 50s. We're not going to be as warm tomorrow, but we're still going to be above average. 65 degrees is our forecast high after waking up in those upper 50s. First alert weather day in place for Saturday. If you're flexible with those outdoor plans, we've been talking about it this week, how Sunday is going to be the better day for that as we see a mix of sun and clouds. High temperature of 61 degrees after waking up in those low to mid 50s. And then watch what happens as we go into the work week ahead. Those high temperatures do get back to normal. We're talking about low to mid 50s each and every afternoon, upper 50s as we approach Friday afternoon. So as you look at the 7-day forecast, you'll notice not only the afternoon high temperatures back to normal, but the morning lows as well. So if you've gotten used to being comfortable stepping outside without a winter coat these past couple of days, you should be good to go. Just a little cool in the mornings with those 50s, especially into Sunday. But with those 30s, the winter coats will make a comeback. 31 degrees is our forecast low temperature by Tuesday morning, with a few showers possible midweek. Siobhan?
Rachel, thank you. And make sure to tune in to WBTV this morning. We'll have everything you need to know about the first alert weather day tomorrow. We're back on air starting at 5 a.m.